Tonight we are heading back to school as we learn some lessons with the kids from room 402. The Canadian animated series that aired for 2 seasons from 1999 with 52 episodes being made. The show follows a group of elementary school students as they tackle different dilemmas, and each episode usually ends with a lesson learnt from the situation. The show is based on a children's book published in 1995. So now that we have the background, let's take a look at a couple of episodes. First up we have Jessie Magoo. So all the kids are nattering in the gym as the teacher has an announcement. He explains someone has donated season tickets to a game and the teacher will give the tickets to the student who is the best athlete in the class. The kids cheer as one of them reads the fine print and finds out the teacher is trying to scam the winner. The teacher explains he thought the winner would like to bring him along as the kids boo him. Nancy boasts to Jessie she is going to win as she says she is going to end up in the owner's box. Jessie is confused as suddenly we see another kid flip away. He shows off all his moves as everyone cheers him on. Nancy is not impressed as down the hallway she is explaining that Charlie is her biggest competition as she explains she only needs 9 votes to win the tickets. Nancy thinks Jessie will vote for her, but Jessie isn't sure. Nancy threatens him as Joey says he will vote for her. So Polly is waiting in line as she is then called into the room. The guy tells her to stay behind the line as he is checking her eyes. Jessie is waiting in line as he is saying he is going to fail this test as he panics. He says he doesn't want glasses as they are for geeks. Nancy says she wears glasses as Jessie says Nancy looks great in glasses. Nancy then tries to get Tilly's attention for the votes as Jessie is panicking about the test. Joey says you can't study for this test as Jessie then says he is going to cheat as he looks for someone with a great memory. He goes up to Sanjay and asks if he has taken the test yet. He says yes he has, as he then asks for something in return for the letters on the eye chart. Jessie gives him some stuff as Sanjay wants a lot of things including his socks. So Jessie gives the socks away as Jessie has the answers on his hand as the teacher gets escorted out of the office. He tries to explain he needs the test as Jessie walks in. The doctor tells him to read the chart as Jessie reads his hand. The doctor is confused as Jessie then walks out and says he will see him next year. The doctor tells him he isn't going anywhere as Jessie is shocked. So at lunch Nancy is still counting up her votes as she then goes over to another kid to try to get his vote. She talks a lot as she takes his lunch away. Nancy says Freddie is the best scientist in class as she tries to butter him up, but Freddie isn't having it as he explains she was snoring during one of his presentations. Nancy laughs as she lies to him. Joey and Jessie come in as Jessie says he is embarrassed about getting all the letters wrong. He says he didn't know the doctor was pointing to a different line as he says he ended up crying. Jessie spits out his crazy plan as Joey isn't impressed as Jessie says the doctor said he needs glasses. Joey is confused on why he just didn't tell him he cheated on the test. Jessie explains he is trapped as Joey says a lot of cool kids wear glasses. So Polly is eating her food as Jessie is upset. His mom is dragging Jessie along as she says there is nothing wrong with wearing glasses as they arrive at the glasses place. They look around for the latest fashion as some girl says one of the boy looks so hot. Jessie puts on some glasses as his mom suggests putting on those old people's ones. Jessie is scared as his mom goes to buy them for him. The cool kid is explaining he is going to look so cool as Jessie gets embarrassed by his mom explaining he likes toy trucks. Jessie wants the cool glasses as his mom says they can't afford it so must take the old people ones. His mom is very overprotective as Jessie tries to be like the cool kid, but his mom ain't having any of it. Jessie is embarrassed as Nancy is still trying to get people's votes, so goes over to them as they are playing with a football, but the other kid has already got their votes, so Nancy is angry with them. So we see Jessie arrive with his new glasses as he can't see anything. Nancy says he doesn't look so bad as Jessie is walking around because he can't see anything correctly. Nancy asks how he got the glasses so fast as Jessie says his mom was forcing the guy to work. Nancy then announces she has 5 votes as they talk about who is left they can get. They talk about Arthur as Nancy says he wanted her to brush his teeth in return. She was not happy so Nancy rejected that offer. Nancy heads off as Jessie doesn't move as he says everyone will laugh at him. Nancy says no one will even notice as Jessie puts on a brave face and tries to walk towards the school. Everyone then laughs at him as Jesse takes the glasses off. His mom then arrives saying he forgot his lunch as she then spots he isn't wearing any glasses as she forces a new set onto him as she says the guy at the store says Jesse had the worst eyesight in the store's history. His mother goes into the school to tell Jesse's teacher as Jesse is embarrassed. The other kids bully him as at lunch Jesse strolls in as he is confused on where he is. Nancy is still asking for votes as the other kid is showing off. Everyone watches on as everyone then claps. Penny then announces she isn't voting for anyone as Nancy is shocked. Jesse is still trying to figure out his way around the school as he grabs the dinner lady's face. So at gym Jesse ends up climbing up a fire hose as he then falls down from it. Nancy is saying she needs one more vote to tie as Jesse thought she wanted to win. Nancy says that it is impossible as she tries to get another kid's vote but the other kid comes and impresses her. Nancy can't believe it as she comes up with a plan as Polly is skipping away. Nancy joins her as they skip away. They go really fast as afterwards Nancy asks if she has her vote as Polly says she wants to see more. So Nancy does more to impress Polly as Polly says she was great on all the activities as Polly then says she will vote for her as long as she does great on the quiz. So Polly asks the questions as Nancy says she can't answer them because the questions are impossible. Polly then marks the questions as Nancy wants to know her score. Polly says Nancy got a 1 as she says the other kid got a 0, so we'll vote for Nancy in the vote. Nancy then hurts her leg as she goes off. So the teacher is announcing the results as Nancy thinks it will be a tie, but the results are revealed as the other kid wins. Nancy can't believe it as she then congratulates him. Freddie says sorry as Jesse bumps into her as Nancy says someone has betrayed her as Polly can't believe it. Nancy then wants to know who lied as Polly shows off the ballots as Jesse joins in and wants to know who the traitor is. Polly reads the ballots as it is then revealed Jesse voted for the other guy as Nancy is annoyed. Jesse says he voted for Nancy as he blames the glasses. Nancy then goes to attack Jesse as Jesse tries to get out of the gym. He tries to hide somewhere as he can't see a thing. He ends up in the staff's toilet as he gets embarrassed. Everyone laughs as he then says he can't live with the glasses anymore as he takes them off and breaks them. The teacher comes over as she can't believe he did that as Jesse tries to explain himself. He then admits he cheated on the test as the teacher doesn't care as she doesn't punish him. But his mother then tells him off as Jesse tells Nancy everything that she did to him. Nancy can't believe it as another kid comes over and shows off his new glasses. They didn't know he wore glasses as he explains he needed them. Jesse says those glasses will get him bullied, but the kid says they bullied him because it was him not his glasses as he goes off. All the kids love his new glasses as they all laugh as the episode ends with Jesse saying he is cool too. Next up we have the election show. So Jesse gives Nancy his lunch as all the kids are trying to be the next president as they give Jesse a load of gifts. They each say why they should be president as Jesse doesn't like what Sanjay is offering as Vincent announces he is running. Jesse can't believe it as Vincent explains that winning means he can get out of detention. So in class the teacher is explaining it is election time as she is giving out the work. She then explains that someone needs to go to the sick kid's house to give them their homework. Nancy offers herself as the teacher explains Penny has the mumps as Nancy then says she wants the mumps for some reason. Nancy says she will just put a bag over her head as the teacher says she can't do that as Vincent then mocks Nancy as they get into an argument about who is voting for who as they reveal they broke up with each other. The teacher then says Jenny will go to Penny's as she asks who wants to visit Charlie. Vincent then gets into another argument as the teacher then picks Nancy to go visit Polly as she is annoyed. So at lunch the dinner lady gives out free hot dogs as all the kids are trying to get their votes as the lunch lady then gives out free steak. The kid gets swarmed once again as Joey wants one of everything. Vincent talks to Joey as he explains he is pushing through a 3-day school week. Joey wants to as Vincent then goes over to Nancy and says it was the worst decision of his life to break up with Nancy as Nancy disagrees. Vincent then changes his tune as he tells someone to wait up. Nancy heads over to Polly's house as her mom comes out. Nancy gives all the instructions as Polly's mom then invites her in as Nancy says she doesn't want to come in as the mother grabs her and forces her in. Nancy goes to see Polly as it is all very strange as her aunt is there making a blanket. Nancy asks how Polly is doing as she says her other senses are working much stronger because she is sick. Polly speaks in a different language as her aunt greets Nancy as Nancy is confused. She gives Polly a foot massage as Nancy asks a lot of questions. She is scared as she tries to get out of the house. Polly says not to go as Nancy says she will be back in a couple of days. Polly tries to guilt trip her as Polly says a lot of her family died in the 60s as her aunt goes off to cry. Polly asks about what is going on at school as Nancy gives her the get well soon card. Polly reads it as all the class don't like her. Nancy wants to leave as Polly wants to know what is going on. Nancy then spills the beans as Polly says she already raised the issue of plastic spoons as she explains she brings her own spoons in to eat with as she says there is always an emergency as Nancy then brings up the elections. Polly wants to know who is running as Nancy says everyone is running and promising the sky as Polly wants to know who is adding Lithuania stuff to their platform as Nancy says no one. Polly then goes on a rant saying if she wasn't sick she would run herself. Nancy doesn't care as her mom calls out for Polly as she says she has some food. Nancy says she doesn't want any food so Polly says she can rub her feet instead. Nancy quickly changes her tune as she runs out to Polly's mother as she says she can help. So at school some kid is reading the posters on why people should get their votes as the teacher then pulls down the posters. In the hall the students are giving their speeches as the teachers remove Vincent for his outrageous ideas. Suddenly two of the kids get into an argument over who stole what from who. They then team up as I don't even know at this point. The kids are harassing everyone for their votes as Polly then arrives as all the kids try to butter her up. Polly then announces she had to come as she says she is going to run. The other kids are shocked. She then clears up she is running for vice president as the kids aren't pleased. So the kids are in the assembly hall as the teacher explains that everyone dropped out of the race apart from Polly as they cancel the assembly. Polly then gets up and says there will be a debate as she starts to debate herself for some reason. The teacher can't believe it as Polly goes off on a rant. Sanjay calls out Polly's lies as Polly continues to diss all the other students. The teacher has had enough as she says it is time to vote. Everyone goes to vote as back in the classroom. The teacher announces the results. Polly says something stupid as she is the only person running. The teacher says she has won as Polly is happy. She promises not to let anyone down as at lunch Polly storms in as she starts to ask how the food is. Joey is confused as he says it tastes like glue. Polly takes all the food as the next day Polly is announcing her new changes as the kids can't believe what she is announcing. She is forcing the curtains to be closed as the teacher can't believe it. So the teachers are having a discussion as they talk about the new uniforms they ordered as Polly then bursts in. They are all embarrassed as Polly talks and talks. The teachers tell her to sit back and watch for a while as Polly says they have fat butts as she talks about the new uniforms as the teacher tries to take control of the meeting. Polly says they should get rid of recess as the teacher says she can't do that as it is the only time kids get to socialize. Polly then mocks the teacher as another teacher then agrees with Polly. Polly's second idea is about the parking lot as the teacher wants it closer to his office. Polly says they should get rid of it completely as she calls some of them fat. So Polly is still marching orders as everyone has had enough. Polly says the teacher's lunchroom is closed as the teacher then starts to talk about the American Revolution. Polly is still talking away about some dance or something as she starts to sing, but the other kids charge in and stand up to Polly. She can't believe it as they say the will of the people has changed. Polly tries to get support, but everyone is against her as they chuck her out of the office. Everyone is happy but it then descends into chaos as they all fight over what days they want to bring back. The episode ends on that note. Finally we have For Whom the Bell Tolls. So Jesse and Vincent are playing ball as Jesse loses. Vincent boasts he is winning as they get into an argument over the scores. They both laugh as they trick each other as suddenly one of the bullies takes Jesse's racket as the kids then bully Jesse. So the next day Vincent asks why Jesse wanted to get out of there so quickly as he says he was just about to beat them up. They get into an argument as Jesse says they must think they are wimps as Vincent talks about the game. So some of the girls are on the phone as they are watching something on the TV. Her mother calls her as Nancy says she is on the phone, so they all listen to the TV as it is some pop star showing off. She sings away as the girls enjoy it. They all ring their bells as they all say it is great. So at school the bullies are training as they get to 100. Jesse is confused on why he is so great as they get back to playing the sport. Suddenly the girls walk in as they are all dressed like the pop star. They are all confused as Jesse says they look like trolls. Nancy defends herself as Vincent says they look ugly as Nancy says they shouldn't date anyone unless they are 3 years older than them. So all the kids are heading into class as they give in their homework. The teacher calls them all Amber as she shakes her head. At lunch there is only one banana left as all the girls fight over it. One of the girls can't pick it up as the bully is trying to sit down. The girls are flirting with him as she invites him to her birthday party. Jesse then spots his earring as he says he needs one. Vincent says that makes sense as the girls are talking about their hair and how amazing it looks. Nancy talks a lot about Amber the pop star as the girls make sure they have enough lipstick. Suddenly one of the dinner ladies comes over and whacks a spider, but it is then revealed to be one of the kids' eyelashes. So at break time the girls are walking around as everyone says they look so amazing. Joey asks if they want to play basketball as Nancy says yes, but then one of the other kids says she can't because of her skirt. Nancy understands as the boys come in and says they will be getting their ear done. Jesse also wants to get his belly button done as they go off to tell everyone about what they are going to do as the teachers are talking about moving up on the ladder. The teacher said he only got his job because someone got hit by a bus. The teacher denies this as he then sees the girls dressed up as the pop stars. He can't believe what they look like as the teacher says it is just a fad and they will get over it. The teacher wants to see some pictures for some strange reason as the girls start to dance away. The teacher isn't happy as he calls their mothers. Nancy's mother arrives as the teacher says her daughter looks horrible as the mother reveals her clothes. So Jesse and Vincent run out of school to the ear shop as they are picking what they want to wear. They suggest the eyeballs as Jesse doesn't understand how they get through the ears. Vincent explains everything as Jesse gets nervous as Vincent says if he doesn't do it, he will be bullied for the rest of his life. Suddenly someone comes out crying as Jesse is scared and wants to run away. Vincent tells him he can do it as he forces Jesse to have his ears done. Vincent says he will go first as he tells Jesse to wait there. He comes out as Jesse is shocked there are no eyeballs on them. Vincent says he couldn't afford it as Jesse gets scared as the man calls his name. Vincent says it only hurts a little bit as he asks if he wants to come in with him as Jesse says he has big ears. Vincent says they are going to look cool as Jesse then walks through to the place. So at home, Jesse is on the phone as he is boasting about how much blood there was as he said he didn't wimp out as Vincent says no one will forget it if he did chicken out. So he goes around his house as he is looking for an earring as his mother comes out and asks what he is looking for as Jesse says he is looking for prunes. His mother is shocked as she goes off to get some from the store as Jesse is looking at the earrings. So at school everyone arrives as everyone dresses up as the pop star. The boys are showing off their earrings as Sanjay wants one. Vincent says they will never be cool as Jesse walks in. Everyone can't believe the earrings he is wearing as Jesse tries to say they are amazing. The boys say they are flowers as Jesse is trying to lie. Vincent catches on as Jesse says his lie is working. He says if they look at them, they die. He boasts they are cool as the girls take notice of Vincent's earrings only. Suddenly his dad arrives and shouts about why he is wearing earrings as he takes him away. Jesse says there is only one cool guy left as his mother arrives and talks about his earrings. So Jesse and Vincent are walking down the hallway as they are talking about the removal of their earrings. Vincent says they were cool for a minute as Jesse boasts he was cool longer as the girls come out and walk away. The teacher is sleeping away as he then gets woken up by the girls' bell as he comes out and tells them off. He says the bells have to go as the girls say it is not fair. The teacher says they have to come in their normal outfits tomorrow as he says if he hears a bell, they will get expelled. So the next day the teacher is walking around as the girls have come in their normal outfits as he says knowledge is power as the girls then turn around and show off their bell. The teacher can't believe it as the girls say they will only get expelled if he hears a bell, so they muted them. The teacher gives up as the girls reveal they put socks in their bells. Sanjay is impressed as Nancy says no one will stop the rebel girls. Suddenly a ball comes over as Nancy returns it. Her sock falls out as the bell makes a small sound. The teacher heard it as over the PA. He makes an announcement that there will be school uniform. The girls can't believe it as everyone is then in line as they get their outfits. Freddie is given a 9 when he is a size 6. The teacher doesn't care as the next day he says everyone looks great as the kids don't like how basic the outfits are. Freddie says he was bullied because of it as Vincent says they look stupid. Everyone gets into an argument and they all blame each other. Nancy is upset as the teacher is watching out of the window. He goes to read his book as a ball then flies through the air and breaks a picture in the teacher's office. He shouts as he can't believe it. He marches around the school as he can't find who it was because they all look the same. He blames Sanjay as Nancy is confused. She tells the teacher it was Joey as the teacher is confused on who smashed his picture. So the next day the teachers arrives as they explain they fixed the picture. He says he will know who the troublemaker is as he announces the school uniform policy has been changed back. So the girls come over and show off their clothes as Nancy talks about her new tap shoes. They all start tapping as the teacher laughs as the episode ends. In conclusion, The Kids from Room 402 was an alright show. It reminds me of Recess as it follows kids around a school and what they get up to during their school day. Each character was unique and different and brought their own personality to the show. My favorite character would be Nancy, as she was played by the actress who would later go on to play Velma in Scooby-Doo. The stories were silly, but I like them. It is sort of like Arthur in that sense. I would like to watch more of this, but it is not that high up on my recommend list, unfortunately. So thank you for watching. If you have any TV shows you like to see me do, put them in the comments.